Greetings, salutations. I apologize. I had a video made yesterday, and if you follow me on social media, you know I take a lot of pictures. And when I got home last night, I deleted the pictures that I didn't want to keep, and somewhere the video must have got deleted, so I apologize for that. Too bad, it was a really good one if I do say so myself. Anyway, I'm headed in Saturday night, third night out of a 5-night run. I will be working patrol this evening. Hopefully the angle works all right. I've got the phone down there. It's kind of an odd angle, but I'm in frame, so we'll go with it. Anyway, I had 2 things I was going to tell you about. Well, I did tell you about it. You just didn't get to see the video. Monday, I went to see the eye doctor. You long-time subscribers will know that I go get injections in my eyes. Now, I used to go about every month, but I don't do that anymore. We've been spreading them out. We went 5, 6, 7, and now we're out to about 8 weeks. So I went in this time, and my eyes are doing very well. Thank you for asking. Actually, they're doing really good. So much so that this eye, which has been my worst eye since I was a child, back then we called it a lazy eye. But it's been steady now for most of this year and a little bit of last year. It really hasn't changed much, which is good. And this being my better eye fluctuates a lot because it is my better eye, and every now and then it just has to work more or works a little less, and it just more up and down, I guess would be the best way to put it. Anyway, we got to looking at it, and she's like, I think next time you come, and that's in about 8 weeks, we'll check this eye again, and if it hasn't changed, we're not going to do the injections. I was like, oh, cool. Because the goal is eventually not to have to get injections, or to get it so far apart that it's like, once every 6 months or once a year. So I was like, oh, sounds great to me. So when we go back, we'll check this eye, and it's probably going to need the injections because this is my good eye. So no matter what, we're always going to make sure this one's good. This one, if it can hold steady, strangely enough, my worst eye seems to be doing better with the medication. It works. I know my vision's good. It's better than it's been in years. So that was good. The plus side to that, of course, is it won't cost as much. So I paid half this time, even though I got injections in both eyes, because we didn't have to do as much stuff. It's not just the injection. There's tests you got to run and stuff like that to measure your eyes. Well, this was all good. So I was very pleased with my eye appointment on Monday. I've been getting the injections now for 3 years, I think it is. And it's good to see something coming out of it. You're reaching the goal that what you set out to do originally. So that was very, very good. And then went to work Thursday night, and the new supervisor started. Of course, I had to train him. So he got 8 hours of training, which is 5 hours more than I got. Plus, I had kind of streamlined the bugs and stuff out. So he kind of reaped the benefit of all that. So he really is in a better position than I was when I took over. He's worked in security. He has done some supervisor positions, but it didn't entail as many reports as this one does. It's going to work out. I don't know. I don't want to say anything negative, and I don't want to say anything super positive because I really don't know him that well. I mean, I worked with him for 8 hours, but you can't judge somebody by 8 hours just one time with him. I mean, you got to see how he does the job. And we had a little hiccup last night, Friday night, with some scheduling changes, and he leaned on me a little bit to kind of figured out who he thought he should put there and stuff like that. And I'm cool with that. I got no problem helping this guy succeed. I know a lot of people will be like, why? He's got your job. I mean, you could have had that job. Yeah, I could have, but I didn't. It didn't work out for whatever reason. And there's, God knows what's going to happen in the next 6 months or a year. I may not even be here, or I may be someplace else, or I may be a supervisor. You can't think about that kind of stuff. You got to roll with what you got. And, I can't not show this guy how to do everything, because that's not right. You don't sabotage somebody else just because you don't like the way you were treated. I mean, I was raised better than that. No. So I trained him on everything. I went down everything I could give him that night. But there are some reports that come out on different nights. And as it turns out, he starts full-time Sunday night. Monday nights, I have other reports that I do. So it kind of works out good. Plus, there's a couple of reports that get done every 2 weeks, and they happen to fall this week. So he's going to be able to see everything, which is good, because I'll be there working while he's working, because our shifts overlap. So I can show him the rest of the paperwork to do. So he is technically in charge now. I gave back the lieutenant bars to him. And like I said, he, got the schedule thing worked out. I assume he can do the job. He should be able to. He doesn't seem like he had any real issues with it, but it really comes down to when you got to do the job. This job being supervisor is not just supervisor a bunch of guys. There are other people involved, which I've mentioned. My area supervisor and the people at the gate committee where I work and stuff can be real problematic. So how he handles all that, I wish him the best of luck, and I truly do hope he succeeds. I mean, I got no ill will towards him at all. And I'll show him the rest of the stuff there on Sunday, Monday night, and, if he needs help, I'll help. I know the guys are a little hesitant about it. It's a new person after all. But he seems like he wants to kind of step in and keep things the way they were. He's got no desire to change schedules or anything like that. He wants to just step in and let everything kind of settle down and get a feel for everything, which is a smart way to do that. And hopefully that works out. So that's about it. We're down to about 2 weeks with me and the fiance, which kind of really sucks, more than I could put into words. When she leaves, I'll be at the house alone, which is really technically the first time I've ever lived alone. When I met my ex-wife, I was still living at the house with the folks. They had a huge house. And we lived upstairs for a couple of years, and we bought a place, and then the folks sold theirs, and the folks moved in. So I've never actually lived in a place by myself. I'm sure it'll be good on some points. I'm sure it'll be bad on others. But it is what it is. So, but it's gonna suck because I like having the fiance around. I mean, that's why she's my fiance. I love having her here with me in my life. I mean, So I just hope that we can enjoy the last couple of weeks here, and then hopefully she's not gone too long before she's back. So anyway, I'm going to go in, get this night done. It has been hotter than Satan's armpit down here in Florida lately, and it's just a little early for this kind of heat, but that's why we got air conditioning. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having a great weekend. The upcoming week treats you well. I appreciate you guys watching the videos. Well, like I said before, once the fiance is gone, the videos will probably be a little more often, because I'll have more time, and so I'll be posting a little bit more. So hang in there, and we'll ride it all out together. All right, guys, enjoy the time you got, enjoy the people you're with, and I'll see you beautiful people in the next video.